First Chronicles chapter 4, verses 9 and 10. But that you can claim that for yourself.
Amen.
Amen. Only it said, and the question would be, are you an honorable person as a Christian?
Come on.
Because this is what qualified Jabez. I don't know about his brothers, but we do know about him. And he prayed this prayer, and it was a prayer that God honored. And God blessed him, because he asked God to do it. See, a lot of times we act so small, and because we think so small, and what we do, we limit God with our small thinking. We think we can choke God if we act, something real big. We act for little small stuff trying to be humble. And in Ephesians 3:20 said, God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we dare think or can't even imagine. See, our small thinking, God way down the road. See, he way down the road in our little small thinking. Because, see, we've not renewed our minds to think the way God wants us to think. So if we think we ask God for something big, I know I might have been the wrong spirit I asked that in. But you see, when you read this right here, Jabez, the thing that he had asked, see, when he asked God to bless him, he was asking God to empower him. Well, that's what the word bless means. It means to be empowered by God. Supernatural anointing, supernatural ability to come on your life. That's what God told Abram. He said, I am going to bless you, Abram. I'm going to empower you to prosper and to have success. God said, I'm going to. See, when God blesses a person, it don't matter about other folks. We hear a little old religious stuff, folks saying, God bless this or bless that. When God blesses you, it's a whole different arena.
Man.
And he has a purpose for his blessings coming on the life of a believer. Amen. That's why we need to know what the blessing really is. We need to have revelation of what Proverbs 10:22, where it says, the blessing of the Lord maketh you rich, and he added no sorrow with it. We need to know what that means. We need to know how that applies to us today. Because he said, the blessing of the Lord maketh rich, and he added no sorrow with it. See, you can't work you can't work 2 or 3 jobs and get this to work for you. It's supernatural. See, what we do here at this ministry, everything we do here is because of people's tithes and offering. And any other sacrificial giving people do. And we don't have any fundraisers here. We don't browbeat people for money here. And see, most people out there say, there's no way you can have a ministry and not do certain things to get money from people. I said, well, either what God says work or it doesn't work.
All right.
It either works, either the tithes and the offerings. If people obey God, how will I know if you can actually run a ministry and do what God says and trust God that he will make sure the bills get paid? Well, how will you know if you don't put his word through the test? See, God didn't call me to go out and raise up a bunch of people. He called me to make disciples of people. And then he tells us in his word how the finances are supposed to go. See, we've been going, this is the 13th year of this ministry here, and the tithes and the offering is all that when we come here, what Marty teaches you, we don't rob you, we just teach you the principles of God, and we trust God that he will pay the bill. See, that sign said Jesus is Lord up there.